For 45 years and keeping Louisville weird, Electric Ladyland has been there for all your eccentricities. While they do offer the best smoking supplies out on the market today, there's a whole lot more to check out. From ashtrays and blacklight posters, to records, incense and burners, and items to stock your metaphysical supply. They're open from 10 to 10, 7 days a week. Located at 2325 Bardstown Road in Louisville, Kentucky, and at electricladyland420.com. Roll out. What's going on, metalheads? Thank you all for tuning in to this week's episode of the Metal Forge. My name is Mark Jackson, and I am your host. This week, hey, it's the end of the month again, and you know what that means. It is the monthly album talk, but it's a little bit of a different episode this week because our partner in crime could not make it this month. Sean from Wise Blood Records will not be joining us this month. He will be, but it will be different. He's actually going to be piping in, you know, like doing the phone-in thing because he's just been so busy this month. And, you know, September seems to be like the September seems to be the new June for festivals, I think.
Oh my god, dude, it's ridiculous. Like,
oh, and speaking of which, Jason Gardner is here.
Oh yeah, hey everyone.
Yeah, for the people who knew that he was here on video, well before the minute and a half that it took me to introduce him. Hello, Jason. Welcome back to the Metal Forge from the Heavy Metal Wasteland.
Yes. Here in my basement with my stuff.
Like Scourge. My stuff.
Yes.
So, I'm still looking for, speaking of which, names for skeletons, because everybody has to have a crew member on their deal, right? So, like, our mannequin that holds our Overload shirts and the Metal Forge shirts, his name is James, right? He's our like, total merch person, is James. Because when nobody can watch the merch, he's there, you know? So the skeletons that I've acquired, they all need names.
Well, no, I didn't think on it. I mean,
it would be easy to be like Larry, Daryl, and Daryl.
Huey, Dewey, and Louie would be a good one.
Yeah, that would be Huey, Dewey, and Louie. Yeah, because I'm a DuckTales fan. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know that could be it.
I wonder if they ever thought Daisy rhymed with Huey, Dewey, and Louie. I always thought that was a weird, like, let's just call her Daisy. Like that does not rhyme whatsoever with.
No, it doesn't.
Like, I don't know, lazy writing. DuckTales, do better.
That's why it's lazy writing.
Yeah,
because lazy rhymes with Daisy.
Yeah, could be. Yeah.
Dude, no, like I love DuckTales, and we're gonna tangent really fast on that now because you know, fucking DuckTales was awesome when I was a kid. It was like the holy like it's even more than the holy trinity of cartoons because like for me it was Masters of the Universe, TMNT, DuckTales, and Batman the Animated Series.
Right.
Those four shows were fucking awesome.
Well, the thing about Batman animated series is it was only on like Sundays at like 7:00, so it wasn't even like the afternoon block of cartoons, really. So
really, for you it was.
Yeah, and for me, Masters was a morning cartoon with G.I. Joe and Transformers. So that was in the morning before I go to school. It was like Super Mario Super Show into and then they would change it every fall. So either it was Masters, Transformers, or GI Joe. So I always had to leave, before it was over to get into school on time. But in the afternoons during the summer, it was like the Disney block. It was, like DuckTales, Tailspin, Darkwing Duck, and something else. Anyway, it's not important. It's not very. We're here to talk some metal, not Disney cartoons, but to each his own.
Yeah, right. No, see, for us, Batman was on in the afternoons.
Oh, really? That's cool. I mean, maybe in syndication it was, but first one episode came out after Next Generation. Sundays at 7. Animated series came out at 6:30.
Wow, see, that's crazy. Because that series is like, it's not broken up into seasons like most shows are, because those were 5 episodes a week.
Yeah,
the story arcs would go for 5 episodes a lot of times.
Yeah, and, I just had to wait because I had 30 minutes a week.
Wow, dude, that's insanity. But yeah, that's why Masters of the Universe is only 2 seasons, but it's 130 episodes.
Yeah,
it's because it ran Monday through Friday.
Right.
I really wish they would have got into when they had villains and heroes having to work together.
Mm-hmm.
It would have been really awesome to fucking have the villains do the morals.
Skeletor telling you
he was a bastard, but I had to use him.
Skeletor telling me that I might go blind if I masturbate would have been a fucking amazing lecture from Skeletor. That would have been really cool.
Like the ones that the people are doing today.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you can't spell advertisements without semen between the tits.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we should jump back onto the main focus here before we.
Yes, because we're talking about albums this month, and what I was saying about Sean Frasier not being on, he's going to be in a segment here in just a bit.
Okay.
We're going to have him on here for that, and if he doesn't send it to me, guess what? I can just cut it out, and the video is just going to be the video. It's going to be raw and unedited.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, because that's what you get for being a Flamekeeper exclusive person here.
Behind the scenes look of how little we really do.
Yeah, how little we really do, and how really off the fucking seat of our pants that we fly.
Right. Well, you want to go first? Or want me to go first?
So yeah, let's go ahead and have you. You picked some really cool albums. One of which I did not get to listen to. The other I got to listen to a couple of songs from.
Okay. So I did all right, so my first one this month was the death metal band Tomb Mold. I don't know if you've heard of them or are privy to the controversy of theirs being pretty square looking on a Decibel cover. One guy has long hair, the other one has short haircut with glasses. They don't look very metal. I think they're wearing a white shirt or some shit, and then people are in an uproar over it. I didn't really know that you had to have a uniform to be on a magazine, but apparently a lot of people are pissed off. But besides all of that, the album is really, really good. I mean, it's total death metal. It's a 3-piece death metal band. The album's called Enduring Spirit. It's very prog, think of Mastodon's Track the Sky, but a death metal twist to it, really. I mean, not to say that the songs sound like Crack the Sky, but it's very experimental in that vein. So I've been really listening to that, and it's probably not something that I would go back to over and over and over and over, but it's pretty cool just to change it up, from what I usually listen to, which is here lately a lot of power metal for some reason. I'm into a big power metal kick, so it's nice to have a little bit different flavor, during the day.
Definitely, dude. I like the album cover to it. It is kind of weird for being like death, I guess.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's really kind of spacey though, and I kind of dig that.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Decibel cover right now just to refresh what the problem is. So the guy in the front has long hair, but he's wearing a white shirt. The dude on his left is clean shaving, short haircut with glasses. Looks like a nerd. basically. And the dude on the right is wearing a Resident Evil shirt, which he also has glasses, short hair, and a hipster beard. So there you go. If you base your metal on band looks, you're probably missing out. But if you don't really give a shit and think it's silly, then
that's so fucking stupid to me. Like, dude, metal is not like that. It shouldn't be like that. It's the same fucking people that fucking bitched when other people fucking changed the way they look. And not to mention any names, it happens with everybody.
Right.
It does. I mean, it's like people bitched when fucking Kiss went back to makeup. Let's just say that. Because, hey, it was all about the music when they didn't have the fucking makeup.
This is true. So the next one is the new Graveyard album from Sweden. I remember I saw these guys open for... I don't remember who I saw them before now. Maybe Opeth?
Yeah.
Possibly. But anyway, it was a long time ago when I saw Opeth for the first time here in Asheville. So it had been probably like 10 years at least. So they got a new one out called here I am drawing a blank again.
6.
What is it? 6?
6.
6. Okay, yeah. I knew it was something simple. I was like, what is it?
It's Graveyard 6.
Okay. So yeah, Graveyard 6. More of the same. If you're familiar with this band, if not, they're like a pretty I'm not gonna say run of the mill, but pretty common sounding combination of doom blues. But they sound like they record analog because it's very 70s sounding. Like the drums aren't really like up in your face like modern production. It's kind of like in the back, not too punchy, but just like there. It's clean singing, and again, like it's just like doom blues. And yeah, I mean, if you've heard any of their stuff, this sounds kind of like it, basically. But if you haven't heard their stuff, you should start with the Hysynage and Blues album. That was the first one I found them on. That was 2011, and every album's been really good, man. I enjoy all their stuff. So.
Yeah, I listened to Breathe In, Breathe Out.
That's really good. Yeah.
Yeah, and like it blew me the fuck away, and I was just like seriously jamming, and like I made sure to listen to the song a couple of seconds into it, and I was like, wow, this is already really good. I like this. Wonder where it's going next.
Right.
And as soon as I had saw it, because I was, listening to it in the room off of YouTube, I hit the playlist. So whatever came up next, and I was just like, it got me in the mood to want to listen to more.
Yeah.
And that's a cool fucking thing to have with any album, in my opinion. By the time of recording this, I mean, by the time this is released, I've already bought it.
Yeah, I mean,
because it's a good album.
So.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I do want to say that I do appreciate Nuclear for sending an advanced copy of this.
Yep. Yeah, man. Like I said, Hysynage and Blues is probably my favorite one, but they're all really good.
Right. I mean, it's kind of like Doomy and like ZZ Top and
yeah. I mean, it's basically like doomy blues rock,
Yeah, I mean, there's the whole thing of like, this like, I hate the over genreification of music.
I still want to do an ale horn about that with you. I have thoughts on that, but yeah, we'll do that.
I mean, like I said on a Facebook post, by the day we're recording this, I said I was like, I never thought that I would refer to a band as Appalachian hardcore.
Our band's been described as Appalachian power doom. So yeah, there you go,
dude. And it's like, and it's funny because, and then so many fucking people like were responding to it. And it was just like really fucking funny to me that like Joe from Shadebeast, he's like, I've referred to fucking so-and-so as fucking Appalachian Doom for the longest time.
Yeah,
and
Basque,
yeah. And I was like, yeah, dude, that's fucking rad as shit. So definitely, man, like, yeah, they make me want to listen to more. So definitely have the endorsement for that. And they're on Nuclear, so
yeah, it's kind of like relaxing music actually for me compared to the power metal and stuff. Like get kind of intense at times, with the double bass and the constant double bass and the screeching vocals. It's kind of nice just to like kind of listen to something like mid tempo. Yeah, it's nice to listen to something like mid tempo and just kind of has a good groove. So
yeah, for sure, man. Yeah, like I said, screamers like that for me. I can put them on and just lay back and groove.
I mean, the tune mold for me also, like the music wise, is really kind of relaxing for me also. Because like I said, it's so experimental. It's just like you can like listen to it and you pick up stuff, but you can either focus or not focus, but you still kind of like just
I'll tell you what, there is an album that I really fucking like listening to. And it's just like, man, like it just puts me, I want to hear it in its entirety, actually. It'd be so fucking good to see it live done in its fucking entirety. Fucking Skullthor Ebon Blade. That album would be so cool to see done in its entirety.
Well, you missed it. We did actually do that.
No, I give shit. So, obviously, by the day this is coming out here in a couple of weeks, we're going to be doing a show here in Louisville called the Big Goddamn Metal Show, and I'm going to tell you all about it right now. So here it comes. This is where I'm going to tell it on the video because the audio is going to have a commercial cut in, and the video will not have a commercial cut in because, hey, fuck it, I'm not going to do that. But
let me pump it up here for video viewers. Now that Louder in Life is done and out of the way, and traffic resumes normal, and there's not 200,000 people running around getting in the way. Big Goddamn Metal Show is 2 days with one stage each day of only good bands and no filler. So if you're into, big merch tables without the expensive overhead cost that the venues tack on, and you like small venues, intimate, up close, and personal, then you should come to Steel and Stone instead because that's what we're all about. No, just kidding. No, just kidding. No, seriously. Big Goddamn Metal Show is a really awesome idea with two different venues, 2 different nights, 2 different lineups, and for really cheap. So yeah, if you're near Louisville, just go.
Louisville, Kentucky area, Friday the 13th is going to be the Big Goddamn Metal Show Night 1 at 21st in Germantown with Throne of Iron in their first ever Louisville appearance. Fucking hell yeah, awesome people. Then Eulogy in Blood, then Storm Toker, Kill the Crown, Rifle, and Halfcaster starting the night. So fuck yeah, awesome, stacked, all around metal. You've got some doom, you've got some power metal, you've got some fucking really heavy hard rock in there. All kinds of awesome shit. And then Saturday night 2, Saturday the 14th. Of October at Mag Bar is Snafu headlining the night. Then Overload, Baptize, Kerr, Promise of Plague, Misery Machina, and Mothrog. Hell yeah. Again, you've got some fucking thrash, you've got some death, you've got some fucking, fucking electronica kind of stuff in there. EDM, but electronic death metal.
Right. Yeah, I mean that worked. And don't forget also that Snafu actually opened some dates for Pantera. So if you're one of those people like I've never heard of any of these bands, why should I go? Well, Pantera picked the headliner. So there you go. They have some value in the headlining for the headlining spot.
Hell yeah, man. And yeah, so I like how we just go into the commercials now when we're just like, anytime the date gets brought up, it's like, hey, by the way, it's on this date.
Yeah. Hey, real quick before you go on, when you're talking about the Skullthor Ebon Blade playthrough,
yeah,
I actually emailed the theater company down here one after the album came out, and I actually ran it by them for us to play that in entirety and have actors playing while we played. Like we would play on their stage, and they would do a play around it, but it would be no words. It would just be us playing the music.
Yeah.
I never got a response, but I thought it would be a really cool idea. If they said yes, I would have been like, dude, this could be really cool. So there you go.
Well, here's the thing, and not to get on this fucking soapbox because it's not what the episode's about, and this is a deep dive subject for me, and you already know behind the scenes what's going to happen with Overload. It's a big goddamn metal show,
right?
And so aside from that, I guarantee that if you had people to do the thing, if you could write the play, which I mean, dude, you wrote the book.
Yeah.
I mean, you wrote the book. I mean, pull out a copy of it. I know you've got one there because mine's actually on the bookshelf next to the Star Wars. I'm waiting for the audio book to come out.
You might be waiting a while, but yes, here it is.
Dude, I should do that. I want to do that.
Here's the back. It's if you have the CD, which I also have right here. Basically the same, little bit of formatting difference, but yeah, it's
show a few pages.
Well, I didn't number the pages like an idiot, so I don't know how many pages it really is, but it's basically like a manuscript with a cover on it. That's
really bright. You really can't see no.
Yeah, I know.
There you go.
Yeah, it's for big, big words for because I'm a dumb person. I have to write big words. Then it looks smart. Fill up the page with a big ass book. So, yep.
Dude, that's good though. I mean, I would love to do something like that for us. But no, that's awesome. And we need to get you on the audio book. We need to get that on Audible. This is Audible. Come on, that was good. So we're going to check in with Sean now and see what Sean's albums are.
Hey, everybody. This is Sean from Wiseblood Records. My 2 picks of the month are number 1, Flesher, Tales of Grotesque Demise. This is straight up meat and potatoes death metal. If you like Obituary, if you like Mortician, you're gonna love this. It's from Redefining Darkness, one of my favorite labels. They're kind of the Black Heart pumping blood to the corners of the Ohio death metal scene. So check out the rest of their roster, but start with this one, Flesher. I've been lucky to work with their drummer Dustin a lot, and their new bassist is Davey. He does a lot of the layout and design work for Wiseblood. So fantastic dudes, fantastic band, keeping it raw and nasty. So go check that one out. Number 2, Flurm, Botched Sacrifice. This is another album from an Indiana band, and I helped release some of their demos a couple years ago, and this album from Oris Apothecary is so sick, man. It's really fast, chaotic grind. There's a little bit of black thrash maybe in there, death grind. If it's fast and crazy, it's it has a place on this album, man. It is pure mayhem. I love it. Support Flurm. Go check out all their stuff too. Really rad dudes and a crazy energetic live performance. So those are my 2 picks of the month. This is Sean from Wiseblood. Thanks for having me on, Mark.
All right, Jason, you read the book the entire time that fucking Sean was on the segment.
Yep.
You didn't even listen. Jesus Christ.
I haven't listened. I haven't even heard a segment yet. So I won't even hear this until it goes live on Patreon. So yeah. I'm in the dark just as much as everybody else. So
I'm in the dark as much as you are too, because I haven't heard it either. I've been eagerly awaiting his email.
Yes.
So my 2 albums this month. a couple of Radius people here, and I say Radius people because they're kind of close in proximity to me. The first is Flesher, which is Tales of Grotesque Demise, and Flesher is gore-soaked death metal, as they call themselves,
right?
And which is Dustin Bolchus from Skeleton Witch and Wretch. So this album actually had just recently come out. Fucking awesome. I mean, like, it's just great death, man. It's total fucking gore, nasty, fucking just straight up fucking like bleh. And, you know, they've actually got some fucking cool vinyl that come out with it, like a fucking, like a magenta and yellow splatter. Kind of gives it like an orange fucking color. And, I mean, it looks really fucking good. I mean, the design is great. I mean, even the album cover, it's got like a deadite, like fucking pulling the flesh off of a fucking cloven and twined body.
Yeah, sounds pretty gnarly.
Yeah, I mean it is gnarly shit, and I mean total cool stuff, man. And they played Metal Monday a couple of times, and I've wanted to get out and see them, but it's like every time I go, it's like, fuck, man, something's going on. And we're like recording an episode of the Metal Forge, or I've got an interview or something like that. So,
right.
You know, it's just one of those things, and it'll happen. It will happen.
Yeah. Yeah, this is this Flesher album is very 80s death metal inspired.
Yeah. Oh,
you know, like Cannibal Corpse stuff had stuff like this too. You know, whereas like the really over the top gore stuff like that, you know.
Oh yeah, for sure. And it is over the top gore, but it's just like there's almost like a comedy to it.
Yeah, of course.
You know, it's almost like Return of the Living Dead. You know, where it's like it's not meant to be a serious film. You know, it's a cheeky. To me, Return is a cheeky comedy zombie film.
Yeah.
That's what that spawns to me. So my second album of the month, like I said, these were a couple of close ones. Hey, where you go? Oh, there you are. Yeah. So my second album of the month is Stonecutters, Eye of the Skull.
Yep.
And everybody knows Stonecutters from Louisville, Kentucky. Brian Omer, Chris Leffler, fucking Johnny Woodridge, and Jace Raleigh. And hell yeah! I got the Stonecutters Horse Burner tour. Fucking hell yeah!
2017, damn 6 years.
Dude, that's a great flyer. That's one thing that Brian has always done is he's always had great flyers for shows and shit like that. Great tour flyers, all that shit, man. Mm-hmm. He's old school in that regard. You know, I think we share the same birthday, or we're right next to each other in birthdays or something.
Right.
But yeah, like we're about 10 years apart. So, and it's pretty cool because, you know, we still share a lot of the same, you know, mentality on the way things should be done musically. Yeah. You know, like, that, man, that's not cool. You shouldn't have done that. And then things come up and it's like, well, you're probably right. I probably shouldn't have done that. But yeah, man, it's totally rad. Fucking, such a good album, actually, you know, which, like I said, it's called Eye of the Skull. It's 8 tracks. They did release Scowlers first, which was the single on it. And One of Us was the other song that they had released previous, but it came out on September. It was available on September 8th for CD and stuff like that at a couple of shows, but the official release date was September 15th. They had a release show at Headliners here in Louisville, Kentucky, which is a great fucking venue. Mm-hmm. They've got a balcony, dude. I've seen some crazy fucking shows there.
Are they signed or independent still?
Stonecutters, they're independent. It's Time is Truth Records. I don't know if that's Brian's imprint or not.
Right.
But I know that like that one was done on there. The previous album with this lineup, Creatio Ex Nihil, was done on Time is Truth, along with like the previous couple of albums of that. So we're talking like 2006, 2009, 2013 stuff. But like when the other era of Stonecutters happened, when Brian left and came back and all of that shit, we're not going to get into it because it's been fucking addressed a million fucking times. But like the Absurdist and shit like that, the Nick era kind of stuff is, I mean, I don't know what that stuff was on, if it was actually on a label, if it was self-published or what.
Right.
But so yeah, like the this, I know this was recorded it was a home recording. It was done through Chris Leffler's home studio. Some awesome shit, dude. He is like really good at getting a good sound. He always has been. Tim Lehigh did the artwork on it. I mean, it's really cool artwork. I like it. It obviously you can tell it's the painting, but it's kind of got like the devil with the fucking it's like the devil skull. It's kind of weird with the fucking hourglass. Fucking time is not on our hands. It's slipping through them, right?
What do you think the 6 is down there in the right corner?
I'm sorry?
The 6 in the right corner. Do you see it? The VI?
No, I don't. Oh, yeah. I see it down there. Wow. Well, let's see.
There's all those other symbols, too, on the right-hand bottom, on the right-hand side, too, next to it.
Because I believe it's the actual 6th album.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Because there's one called The Death of Me, but I think it's actually older. Yeah, that's the actual Death of Me is a re-release of Stonecutters 1.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So it's the actual 6th album.
Nice.
So it was Stonecutters, Christ Hammer, Creatio Ex Nihil, Blood Moon, Carved in Time, and Eye of the Skull. So I bet that's what it's for. Because, yeah. That's pretty cool, though. I mean, I didn't even know. I'm looking for it, and I'm like, where is it? And then it's like, oh, shit, it's right there. Next to the runes. If you look on the side next to the 6, it looks like there's runes in there, which is
that's what I was saying. Those symbols that are like going from top to bottom.
Yeah, that's Tim's signature. Because if you look, it says 2023 down next to it.
Okay, gotcha.
But yeah, like the stained glass in the background, and then it's like shattered on the other side where you can see like this weird like red solar system looking thing is fucking rad. Like, I love artwork like that also, like, when it comes to bands like that.
Right.
But, yeah, man, so, like, Scowler, Search for the Rest, fucking One of Us, Brittle Chains, Eye of the Skull, Worms Will Feast, Melting Moon, till the last blood drop. Dude, it's 25 minutes. It's exactly what it needs to be. You know, it's a great banger that, you know, I grew up in a place where it was a half hour to everywhere, it seemed like.
Yeah.
So putting on an album like this was perfect.
Yeah, the Tomb Mold album is actually only like 43 or 44 minutes. It's pretty short, too. It's one vinyl, so...
That's cool. I mean, see, that's what I think is what everybody in the game today has. is they've got fucking awesome fucking one vinyl material because they fucking write to fucking the vinyl, you know?
Yeah, you got. I mean, unless you're like a major label that can like do the two like vinyls for like 50 minutes or whatever, you pretty much got to write for one vinyl nowadays. If you
which is 22 minutes per side.
Yeah, from 33.
33. And a 33 cut is 22 minutes a side. So yeah, I get that, and that's cool. You should do that. You should work to your medium, depending on CD. Fuck that. There's still people who write to CD length, and put it out on vinyl, and it's garbage.
Yeah,
there does not need to be a 3-disc set for a 63-minute album.
Yeah, I agree.
But I digress. By the way, that's a great shirt you're wearing.
Yes, I'm Mark Jackson's the Metal Forge shirt that I got in the mail from Mark Jackson himself. So
yes,
if you're interested in buying one of these, hit him up. Yeah,
and it was great packing material for the package that came in.
I don't remember it now. What was it?
The SM7B.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
The Metal Forge shirt was packing material for a nice microphone.
Yes, this one right here that you can only see the windscreen.
Yeah, right. So yeah, man, totally fucking rad times today. So do you have any shout outs you want to give out to anybody today?
Man, just if you're in Asheville, October 21st, we're playing a festival in Fletcher, which is like the next town over, airport area, called Day of Rock. It's us and a bunch of other bands that are not as heavy, but nonetheless, good in their own right. So it's a free show, family friendly, stuff like that. So come on out.
Dude, all should play all of the heaviest songs that you have.
We're playing I Destroyer. That should go over well. Also Silent Assassin.
Warlords?
No Warlords this time. Yeah, we only have 40 minutes, so we kind of just cherry pick from all our releases that we have for sale. So playing Child of the Mountain, which we don't get to play too often because it's so long. And Gorgons, later Gorgon Queen. Come see Crosstide, our mascot, and she's waiting to take your picture, turning into stone.
Oh yes. Let me ask you something on this. Do you all still play? Can you all play everything?
Almost. Ryan has actually never played one song on Skullthor, which was what song is that called? The Forge a Legend. He's never played that with us. And to be honest, Chad played bass on that album, and it's so fucking it's like almost like a freestyle jam on that bass line, because we kind of weren't very rehearsed on it, and he just like came up with this amazing sounding stuff and doesn't even remember what he did.
Oh shit.
So we never play that one because it's almost impossible to teach. But other than that, everything else we could play. Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah, I've always just prided on that for a long time.
Witches of Dreadmore is another one. We can play that with a little bit of practice. It's like 10 minutes. There's like 17 parts. It's ridiculous. But I mean, it flows so good. So, and then of course, Steel and Stone, November 10th with Twisted Tower Dyer, only NC appearance of the year, probably only one of the year. Children of the Reptile, only appearance in Asheville for the year. Oblivion Throne, local band here in town, kind of black and thrash. Overload, only appearance in Asheville for the year.
Maybe the only appearance in North Carolina this year.
Yeah, only appearance in North Carolina for the year. Temptations Wings, of course. Hopefully with a new song. No promises yet. And then All Hell, opening it up. So
yeah, when I'm going to go ahead and kill kayfabe here, which you ransacked me at the beginning of this to record a unsleeved special edition.
Yeah, I still got the
inside edition
right here. So if you're interested in see what's in this package, find the bonus on the sleeve we just filmed, and links are there to go to our Bandcamp and buy all this stuff. And thanks for what's this label called again? Terminus Hate City LLC. Thanks for the hookup. There was a lot of cool stuff in here, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, and definitely again, thanks to
I should say I will enjoy it because I haven't listened to anything in here yet, but I will enjoy it. But
yes.
I enjoyed looking at it and sharing it. It was a blast.
For sure. And again, shout out to and thank you to Nuclear Blast for doing the pre-release copy of Graveyard's 6th album. Fucking awesome shit. Thank you. And to all the other sponsors, that are coming on out and every day and shit like that, man. Thank you all so much. And thank you to all of you listeners and Sean at Wise Blood for doing his segment. And hopefully next month, if you want to do this, if you want to be a part of this, shoot me a message, shoot Jason a message, metalforgeradio@gmail.com. I'll have anybody come on and, if you want to talk about your 2 favorite albums of the fucking month of October, let me know. We'll talk to you. We'll get it going. Yeah. Right, Jason?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I've always envisioned this as like a local AM station at like 4 a.m. where just anything goes because nobody's listening. So,
right.
Yeah, not to say that nobody's listening, just that I like that vibe of like dudes who are so passionate they will get up and travel at 3 a.m. on a Sunday when nobody is listening to just go play songs that nobody's ever heard of into the ether,
to whoever's going to be there.
Exactly,
because it's fucking we're all road warriors to a degree. Yeah. That's what it's about. We always talk about what's metal, what is being metal to you, and my art piece I want to do is that. I want to fucking ask everybody, what is being metal? What does metal mean to you? Fuck all of everything else. This is what this is to me, because we all have our own definition for everything.
Yeah. It means being on decibel wearing a white shirt.
Yes. Pissing people off. Pissing off your core fucking fan base who fucking still went out and bought your fucking album. And, and for what? Why do people get pissed off at that? Jesus Christ, it's stupid.
Everyone needs something to bitch about, dude. So.
Right. So, you know what? I'm going to play out a Stonecutter's track today.
All right.
Because shout outs to Brian, and Metal Monday and all that shit. He's a cool dude. Thank you. I love the album. I've spun it a couple of times, so I dig it. I totally fucking dig it. And I'm going to go ahead and play the last song on the album today.
Cool.
This is... Do you have anything else you want to add before we go?
Nope, that was it.
Hell yeah. Well, Flamekeeper.vip, SteelAndStoneFest.com, MetalForgeRadio.com, the big goddamn metal show coming soon. This is from Stonecutter's Eye of the Skull. This is Till the Last Blood Drop. Yeah.
Nice. Well, thanks everyone. If you're watching this video, please tell other people if they want to subscribe. It's pretty cheap, and it all goes toward operating costs, festival posters, other items that we're talking about doing. So yeah.
Yeah. So if you're still watching this video, and I hope you are, because we're only about 40 minutes in on this. So thank you all for seriously being Patreon exclusive content provider, or, content subscribers and shit like that. Dude, like, you all don't understand how much this actually helps Jason and I. And yeah, I know it's like Micah and, not to mention names, it's people who care about us that do this. And, Sean and Colin and those fucking people, I love you guys so fucking much, because without you all, you all are what keep the fucking metal flame alive, and all of you guys. And
Right.
Thank you all so fucking much for being a part of it.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, for real. Because, you know, this stuff pays for, like, the fucking, like what Jason was saying, the overhead of the fucking, sometimes of the festival costs, like posters and this, where we can record these, like, podcasts on video to send to, you know, so you guys can see it. And, you know, and I get to, and where I might get the fucking editing software, you know, or whatever, you know, that's what it's all about. And that's the best content for you guys, because that's, I sell car parts for the American working man, because that's who I am and that's who I care about.
I do menial tasks for people who can afford it, to buy people to do menial tasks.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, dude, you totally fucking, like, hung the TV on my wall when you came up here for fucking 2 shows.
Yeah, it's the farthest one I've ever done. Travel 5 hours to hang a TV and maybe do a show.
It was closer to 7, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Well, on our way up, we stopped and ate and, like, picnicked, I guess, because we had, like, a bunch of bread and
crackheads,
you know, lunch meat. And there was this one woman who, like, had the hots for Ryan and just, like, would not. But instead of, like, coming over there and, like, talking, like, normal at a normal volume, she just sat, like, 3 tables away and just screamed at us the whole time. So I think we ended up telling her that we were, like, opening for Skinnerd or something, and, like, we were just, like, going to, like, the next show, and she was like, "Oh, that's really cool," and I just, like, fed her a big full of shit line, and then I ended up giving her a live CD because we have so many of the copies, you know, and she was like, "Oh, I can't believe I got to meet a real big band." Blah blah blah. It's like, yeah, it was fun, because why not fuck with people who don't know any better, you know?
Right. That's you say that, and it's like, you ever been on a real shrimp boat? No, but I've been on a real big boat.
All right, everyone, we're gonna wrap it up here. Thanks again, and we will talk to you guys later. Remember, bonus episode of the unsleeves for the Elhorn up now if you're interested in seeing what was in that white package. So.
Fuck yeah. Metal every day. Thank you guys so fucking much. Hey, yeah, big goddamn metal show. Overload should be having a new song that time too. Nice. So it is $15 per night, $25 for the weekend. On the event page, you can get, and on the description below, there will be tickets for a pre-sale link for each night. And each night's gold Forge Pass, not Gold Pass.
Yeah, no, Forge Pass, and also pre-sale tickets for Steel and Stone, guaranteed free comp CD of all the bands playing
for the first 50 people.
Yeah, well, if you pre-order, you're guaranteed one. So
that's right.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Jason! Thank you.
Yeah, man, it was a pleasure as always.
Hell yeah.
All right, thanks, man.
The year was 1979, and all the world was caught up in disco and Star Wars. But in Louisville, something was happening. A young entrepreneur named Ben had a vision to be the best record store in all of the city. Fast forward to 2023, and Better Days Records is still going strong. Still, after all these years, owned by the same guy. We have had some trips and falls along the way, but so does life, and Better Days is here to stay. With 2 awesome locations at 921 Barrett Avenue and at 2600 West Broadway, Better Days are surely in your future.
Disorder. Maxwell's House of Music in Jeffersonville, Indiana is the premier 12,500 square foot music superstore that has served both the southern Indiana and Louisville, Kentucky metro area for over 4 decades. Originally founded by Marvin and Beverly Maxwell in the 70s, this gym remains a Maxwell family-owned business. Mark Maxwell, along with his business partner, Whitney McNichol, continue the reputation as being a national resource for all things music. In 2022, the iconic Guitar Emporium of Louisville relocated to Maxwell's Music, creating the largest independently owned showroom in the region. The retail offerings at Maxwell's Music includes a huge selection of guitars, basses, amplifiers, effects pedals, modeling amps, keyboards, drums, banjos, mandolins, ukuleles, sound systems, stage lighting equipment, and accessories. The music education program at Maxwell's is second to none. From private instrument and voice lessons to DG, EDM, recording, songwriting, and music theory, to rock school, weekend warriors, and Maxwell's Music Lab, there is something for every age and every ability level. In Repairland, guitar and instrument repairs and refurbishment are taken care of by the Maxwell's team of expert guitar technicians and luthiers. They also do instrument appraisals. Maxwell's offers installations for professional audio-visual and lighting systems for schools, churches, clubs, VFWs, funeral homes, sports fields, and so much more. There's also rentable space at Maxwell's, from music practice or rehearsal rooms for individuals or bands, all the way to a meeting space and concert venue that seats up to 120. That also includes a professional audio-visual and lighting system and a sound booth. Maxwell's has it all. All this plus an original, functioning 1947 recording booth to make your own record, to the Guitar Hero throne, to their very own Elvis statue, and don't forget the Harmony Green Pocket Park. There's a reason Maxwell's House of Music in Jeffersonville, Indiana has been recognized by the National Association of Music Merchants as the #1 award-winning Best Store Design, as well as Top 100 Music Store year after year. You gotta see it to believe it. Maxwell's House of Music in Jeffersonville, Indiana.